Hi fellow 1/6 scale figure collectors, I'm back again with another Hot Toys video. This time it's the Falconer Predator, one of the 3 super preds from the movie Predators. Hot Toys released 4 Predators from this movie. You've got the 3 super preds, you've got the Falconer, which I'll show you here. You've also got the Berserker Predator, which I'll do a video on later, and the Tracker Predator, which I've already done a video on. And they also released the Classic Predator. I'll give you a head to tail look of this guy, and then I'll go into a little bit more detail. Nice paint apps on this figure. What they've done is all 3 Predators, they've gone for a similar sort of paint scheme for the 3, with subtleties on each one, subtle differences. It's mainly the sort of greeny, sort of creamy sort of look on the 3 of them, but when you put all 3 together you will notice they are completely different. Head sculpt, you cannot take the mask off. This is because Hot Toys wanted to stay true to the film, because he actually didn't take it off in the film, so they've kept with that, with him on. Bit of a shame, but I'm not too bothered about that. A lot of people are miffed about it, but I don't really care. Does have a light up feature as well on the bar mask. His targeting system there, just round behind his eye, does light up red. But as usual, I've taken the batteries out so they don't leak. Great paint apps on this figure, especially on this mask. Some nice detail. Does look exactly like it is in the film. Fits perfectly on the head. As you can see from the paint apps underneath, it is very similar to Berserker Predator. Armour wise, he's got quite heavily armoured on this shoulder and round his chest, top part of his chest, whereas the other side it's just one little piece of armour. Moving on down, he's got a little bit of armour on his stomach there. He's also got loincloth. This is plastic. So it's plastic. Further down on his legs, a little bit more armour on his legs than a couple of the other super preds. And his feet are fully armoured. They're not bare. So this is the tech specialist of the super preds. This arm, it's got a little bit armour on his gauntlet there. It's not detonator that you see on the other Predators. It doesn't have one. And round on this side, this gauntlet is what's connected to his wrist blades. He comes with 3 of these wrist blades. He's got the large wrist blade that I've shown him with here. He's got a medium sized wrist blade and a smaller one. These are metal, they're not plastic. It's a nice touch by Hot Toys. Comes with several different hands. It's got this fisted hand and this open palmed hand, which is got armour on it. He also has an open palmed hand without any armour on it, and a fisted hand which is armour plated. So not a huge amount of choice. Comes with the customary Hot Toys boring stand, and the accessory that this figure comes with is this guy here, which is his falcon. I'll show you that in a bit more detail in a sec. To place him on, they've given you this see-through little that connects into his shoulder, because he doesn't have a shoulder cannon, and to have the falcon on. I don't like the way that they've done that, but I suppose if you want to show it with a figure, there's not really many ways you could put it on him. Maybe a little, they could have had a little clip or something on his wrist there, and you could have clipped the falcon to that, but that's just a small little gripe. So what I'll do is I'll show you the falcon. Show it down here so you can see a bit better. This is solid plastic, there's no moving parts on it. Has got some nice paint apps. It would have been nice if they had a little battery inside there with a little switch underneath that you can flick and his eyes could light up. That would have been a nice touch if they'd done that. But say it's highly detailed for what it is. It's a good addition to the figure to have one of these. Moving on round, I'll give you a look of the back of him. So very nice paint apps. This figure, when you stand him in the cabinet next to the other preds, he is a little bit taller. I think that's mainly because of his mask. His mask is a slightly bigger mask, so it does look a bit taller. Moving round the back, his dreads, and he's falling off his stand. His dreads are rubberized, so they hang down perfectly. Unlike the older Predators, when they released them, it was more of a solid sort of plastic or solid rubber that you could bend into positions, but it didn't hang down properly. The material I've used for this has rectified that problem. Moving on round the back, see his armour in a bit more detail. Just underneath there is where you plug the helmet in. There you go, for the light up feature, and there's the switch. The nice paint apps on his skin. See the scaled sort of effect on his skin there. But the loincloth at the back is actually like a leathery type fabric. Moving on down his legs, they continue the colour theme going down his legs there. So all in all, a great Predator to add to your collection. If you haven't got this guy, I highly recommend that you go out and get him. These three Super Preds are probably some of the top-notch Predators that they've released at the moment. I think the new Predator 2 and the Samurai Predator, when they're released, will top these. I've seen a few videos of the Samurai Pred. A few people have already got him. I have got him on order, but mine probably won't come for another couple of months yet. It would be nice if Hot Toys had released a separate sort of diorama stand to put all three on together, so you could add all three together on it. Maybe they might do that in the future. It's just a little accessory. It'd be great if Hot Toys did a separate line where they did accessories for figures, so you can add to the figures that you've already got. You know, so Hot Toys, if you're watching, maybe you could do that. Call it your accessory line, and people can customise their Predators and their other figures, add bits and pieces to them here and there. Be a nice little touch if they did that. So there you go, there's the Tracker Predator, not Tracker, the Falconer Predator. A lot of people say this is the best out of the three Super Preds. Yes, he is good, but I prefer the Berserker, purely for the fact that I love the head sculpt on the Berserker. And the mask on the Berserker is better as well. But you'll see that when I do a video on him later. So until next time, thanks for watching. Articulation wise, I nearly forgot that. Joints are quite stiff, so do be careful when you're bending the arms, but you can get some pretty good poses out of this figure. She's got shoulder, arm, head articulation, waist articulation, and hip and knee articulation. But you do have to be careful. So until next time, this is me signing off, and I'll catch you guys later.